There are many IT specialists in Poland, right? Yes, including in-demand professions. These are usually highly qualified specialists. There is the blue card, which is often confused with the resident card with the Poles card, so it's all very confusing. In this video, I want to explain what exactly it is. Blue card, what are the criteria for obtaining it? Yes, and if people meet these criteria, so they can recognize themselves and understand the process, possibly reach out to you if they want to do this with some contractor. Great.
I'll just correct you a little bit right away, okay? Blue card is actually easy. You can correct me. Blue card can be obtained not only in Poland. This card can generally be obtained throughout the entire Union. It's a European directive that was signed. Moreover, each country has its own list of highly qualified individuals that are currently needed. Poland, of course, also introduced its own list of specialists they want to attract from abroad. We are not talking about EU countries right now, of course. We are talking about Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, and so on. And mainly these highly qualified specialists were moving from there. You just mentioned that there are many IT specialists. Yes. So this concerns not only IT specialists, but also doctors, engineers, scientific specialists, and many others. Specialists who possess a high level of qualification. What does this mean? It means that we must either obtain higher education and currently work in a position similar to one requiring higher education, or we must have 5 years of verified experience in a position that requires higher education.
In other words, if I am a sought-after doctor needed in Poland, specifically, I don't know, like a psychologist, yes, or a cardiologist, like I must have either 5 years of verified experience in this position, which is, accordingly, a work record book, or possibly being self-employed in your country. Whether it fits or not, I don't know.
If you are an IT specialist and previously worked as a self-employed individual in Ukraine or Belarus, but you have contracts that confirm that you indeed performed similar work for your clients, then this is quite a confirmation that you possess the necessary qualifications. Besides qualifications, naturally, there are also a number of other requirements that need to be met. One of them, the most important, the most crucial, and it is variable, it should be noted, is the level of salary.
Excellent. You've watched up to this point, which means you are truly interested in legalization in Poland. Support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and leaving a comment below. And if you want us to work on your legalization, on your case, then below. Under the video, you will find all the links. And let's continue watching the episode. What should this amount be per month?
It should be equivalent 150% of the average salary in the voivodeship.
And it's about 12,000.
Around 12,000 zlotys gross currently. Naturally, besides that, you must have insurance. And there must be a contract with your employer. And if you want to get a residence permit for the maximum term right away, it is advisable for it to be from 3 years. Well, and up to indefinite.
Is the term for 3 years or 5 years?
For 3 years.
For 3 years. And what else does the blue card offer? I mean, why should I get a blue card instead of just getting a regular residence card?
That's actually a very good question. The blue card opens up a range of opportunities not only for you, but also for your family. For example, you get a blue card, your spouse gets a residence permit based on family reunification under different circumstances, and she has access to the open labor market. She can easily get employed by any employer without additional permits. Moreover, she has the opportunity to conduct business under the same conditions as Poles. That means she can open a sole proprietorship or a full-fledged company. There are absolutely no restrictions on this. Another great perk. Why did I mention at the beginning of the video that the blue card is a card issued throughout the European Union? Because after working for one employer for 18 months, you can move to another country, apply for a blue card there, and those 18 months of living in Poland will count towards obtaining residency in the next country or citizenship in the next country.
So the blue card is like a ski pass from all of Europe, where if you meet the criteria, you can have a little more privileges than just a temporary stay. Yes, fresh. Your family follows along, you can immediately open a sole proprietorship, which here, let's say you arrived as a Belarusian. Initially, you couldn't do this. You just came on some work visa, and then you got a blue card. And you can even switch to a B2B contract, open a sole proprietorship, live here and work for 18 months, then move to Spain,
Not quite.
Let me explain.
As of the beginning of 2025, it hasn't been signed yet. The law that will allow blue card holders to open a sole proprietorship hasn't been passed yet.
So you can't?
Not yet. You don't. But if your spouse joins you, the spouse can do it immediately.
Ah, interesting situation. So the spouse can, or the husband, right? And you don't.
And they are making changes to the legislation so that you can do it too. And now this law is already up for signing. So literally, I think it will be signed in 2 to 3 months.
And you will be able to as well? Okay. It seems like this is even better than a long-term resident card. Because my wife, she can't open anything. She just got the residence card as a dependent. Based on my card, the blue card resident allows it. From this perspective, yes.
But still, it's not worth comparing it to a permanent residence permit. Yes, with a residence permit.
That is, Lucre is a residence permit. This is time.
It is still a temporary residence permit.
Do I need to take an exam?
No, you absolutely don't need to take any exam. You just need to confirm your qualification.
So let's summarize. First, I confirm my qualification by having worked in this position for 5 years. In your country, or 3 years, what?
Or you have a higher education degree.
Or
the position you are currently working in. For example, you graduated from university as an electronics engineer and now you work as an electronics engineer.
Here in Poland, it's on average from 12,000 zlotys salary, official gross. Language is not required. And you have the same criteria as for the temporary residence card, meaning you need insurance, you need a contract for an apartment, some kind.
Yes, exactly right. So insurance, contract, apartment lease agreement, proof of income tax payment, proof of ZUS. All these documents must be there. For those who are interested, we will leave a direct list of documents required to obtain a blue card. Yes, great. Below in the description. That's all.
Thank you for watching this video. I believe it was useful for you. And if so, support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel. And below the video, there is a comment section. Ask your questions, discuss the episode, and we will be happy to answer your questions.